Oh my gosh. I always try to get out all my coughing before I start recording. So feeling good, feeling great. Full disclaimer, I'm stoned. I am high as hell right now. I actually just finished that was a good one. I actually just finished watching a bunch of cartoons. I have my kitten is laying next to me. He is so fucking adorable. He's like a little mouth breather. He's like 4 or 5 months. He might be 6 months, but he's really small. He's a little mouth breather. He's so cute. Anyway. So yeah, I'm high and excuse me. The reason that I do these recordings high is because I feel like it's the most honest me, right? Because I'm not gonna stop to think too hard or too long. I just don't have the time to do that, really. I have so many other things that I could be doing. But anyway, so as I was getting stoned, I was like, like, what am I in the mood for? What am I in the mood to watch? And something in me sent me down the rabbit hole of classic cartoons, right? Like, that's super, super nostalgic. And for me, classic cartoons, I'll give you an example. I watched Little Lulu, not Little Lulu from the 1990s, because I know that they brought her back, but for whatever fucking reason, they've tried to bring a lot of shit back. Oh my gosh. Like, I can't even think if they were successful at bringing back Rainbow Bright. I know that they did bring her back momentarily. I ended up purchasing a book bag. Well, I cannot remember how I acquired this book bag. I may have gotten it through thrifting, but I honestly cannot remember. Anyway, it's got the you know how they totally re-imaged Strawberry Shortcake. But I get it, right? Like, there needs to be a clear distinction between and it was so funny because my mother is an educator, and I went to her school once just to like kick it with her. She's like, yeah, come up to my school. By that point, and like, my mother, for whatever fucking reason, has always been incredibly popular, like extremely well liked. I mean, she's okay, I guess. But yeah, I'd come in and they're like, so-and-so's daughter's here, Miss so-and-so's daughter, Miss so-and-so. I'm like, yeah. Every time people would stop me, they're like, oh, your mother, oh, I just love her. I'm like, yeah, great, it's fantastic, fucking keep her. Anyway, I can't remember how old I was when I saw that new little fire crotch Strawberry Shortcake. Anyway, I was sitting there, and this little girl came in, and she had a book bag, and I saw the colors, right? So, like, I saw colors, and I saw strawberry, and it happened so fast. I was like, oh my gosh, let me see your book bag. OMG. I've got a really good high going right now. I don't think you guys understand. And I'm like, oh my gosh, let me see your book bag. And she's like, and at first, like, she already had a little attitude. She was like, who are you? But she brought her little fast behind over, and I was like, oh, that's a cute book bag. But I thought it was the real strawberry shortcake. She's like, this is the real strawberry shortcake. I was like, no, baby. No. I don't know who this is, but this ain't strawberry. Needless to say, this little girl and I, we got into a back and forth, and it was so funny because my mom's like, she's like 8. I was like, so? I don't care. Like, who the hell? But, you know, kids, like, you know, at whatever, at any age, we think that we already fucking know everything. I learned so many hacks over the years when it comes to smoking. Right now, I am getting ready. I have such OCD. I have to, like, eat my gummy bears in pairs. Okay. So, yeah. I need to reach for some gummy bears. Right quick, so excuse my chewing. And so, anyway, I actually forgot what I was saying and where I was going. Like, these gummy bears are so effing good. And needless to say, they are the horrible gummy bears. And it took, like, it was crazy because, like, oh, let me say this real quick. This is where I get, like, so, my mom is just, like, the sweetest fucking thing. She drives me fucking crazy. Like, like, half my life has been an internal spiritual battle with, like, putting a fucking pillow over her face. But I love her. She's easily in my top 3 favorite people in my entire life, and it really just depends on how I feel about her that day. That asshole. But let me tell you how how out of her way she's likely to go for someone she loves. And this is something super, super small. So I don't know why I prefaced it like it was something so fucking major, like she bought, like, a homegirl a Bentley or something, but she knows that, like, I have OCD and I do weird shit. And I get my Haribo gummy bears, right? And I only eat certain colors. Like, I do not eat. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin, baby. I do not eat. Okay, baby. Look at your little boyfriend. Why don't you go lay with him? Why don't you go lay with your little boyfriend, Pumpkin? Look, your little girlfriend is here. Pumpkin, baby, I'm busy. I really can't entertain you right now. The fuck? And so I pull certain like, I do not eat the lemon flavored Haribo. And that's just because, like, I really have an issue with lemon. Like, the only thing that I want to be lemon is, like, a lemon. And, like, my fucking cleaning products, you know? And, like, depending on how sore my throat is, then, like, I'll buy a bag of, like, honey lemon halls. But I don't really care for lemon flavored candies. Yeah, so, like, I don't eat, like, yellow, like, Lifesavers. I don't eat yellow Now and Laters. I don't eat yellow, I for damn sure don't eat yellow banana Laffy Tat. Fuck, ugh. Anyway, so when I get my Haribo gummy bears, I do not eat the yellow. Pumpkin, how many fucking times are you gonna come up to me, baby, only for me to push you gently away? Get away from me. Apparently, get away from me means come closer. Okay, Pumpkin, shoo. Oh, thank God. The other one woke up, then she's cuddling him. Okay, so I don't eat the lemon ones. I do not eat the orange ones. I mean, you know, like I'd have to be like in a weird mood to like eat. And it's not even that like I don't like them. Because again, like I would have to be in like a certain kind of mood. But like I've always been kind of weird with my orange too. Like like I like orange popsicles, but I always eat the orange popsicles last. And I love orange juice. I only drink a particular type of orange juice, but I don't know where the fuck I'm going with any of this, because this is not what I want to talk about. But oh, that's right, my mother. Right. So, and she would like watch. She'd say, okay, well, and depending also on how I feel, I eat the pineapple ones. Like I used to have a really big thing for pineapple ones, but I feel like they put more pineapple ones in than any other. They put more pineapple than they do red, which is weird, because there's like hella red, hella raspberry, but she noticed that the green Haribo gummy bears were my favorite, right? So she's like, oh, okay, and I know that you know where I'm going with this, so let me just go ahead and get to it. And so she's like, oh, okay, well, she likes the green Haribo, and she ended up going to a dollar store that she loves to go to, and she came across a bag of Haribo gummy bears, and she brought them back, and she was so proud of herself. She's like, look what I found for you, look, because I know that. And I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, like you're so cute, like I love you so much. I was like, Mom, but listen, this is like a fun fact. I was like, look at this bag, Mom, look, these green Haribo gummy bears that you bought me, these are apple. She's like, well, yeah, because I know that you like the green ones. I said, well, hey, a lot of people don't know this, but the green ones that are in the bag, those are strawberry flavored. Those are not apple flavored. She's like, oh, so I was like, yeah. I was like, so my favorites are the green strawberry flavored, and you brought me the green apple flavored. But thank you, Mom, because I know you didn't know. And I, of course, didn't eat them, because I'm just like, I'm weird, you know, when it comes to change. I'm just fucking weird. But that's it. And I'm just like, you're so sweet. Like, thank you. Like, I love you. Like, you're the best. I love her. But anyway. Okay, now I'm kind of like I'm holding a high. I'm mellowing a little bit, thanks to the gummy bears. So, ended up going down the rabbit hole of cartoons. And I realized that there are only certain cartoons that I could watch, right? And like I say, it was the classic, Little Lulu, Little Audrey. What else did I watch? I watched there was a cartoon that I came across, so fucking crazy, because I didn't remember the name of it, but I remember oh my God, excuse me, I remember watching this cartoon and just being like fascinated, right? And as I'm like looking at the comments, a lot of those people are saying the same thing, that they're just like fascinated. And I remember, and I feel like my mother showed me a lot of shit when I was younger to like build my compassion and my empathy, because anyway, the cartoon is basically called the Cobweb Hotel. And if you get a chance, you know, feel free, check it out. But I realize that I have a preference when it comes to certain cartoons that I watch under the influence, and it's not strictly limited to these classic cartoons. That was just the mood that I was in today. But for example, hi Pumpkin, I absolutely cannot watch Family Guy under the influence. I feel like he's so fucking stupid, Peter Griffin. Like, I just feel like his character is so unredeemable, so irredeemable. I don't know if irredeemable is a word. Unredeemable, non-redeemable, whatever the fuck. Like, he just has the ability to ruin the fuck out of a high. Another cartoon that I realized I cannot watch, and it's weird to me because I remember it being funny, but now when I'm under the influence, it points out to me that it's not funny. I don't know. It was weird. I remember being more grossed out than anything. But Ren and Stimpy, I cannot watch. And again, like, this is shit that I watched way back when, you know. I was like, oh, Ren and Stimpy's on, you know. And I would, like, smoke and watch it. But, like, and it could just be, I've realized, though, that I prefer sativas. I just prefer sativas. And I think that I just get a different reaction with the sativas, with the indicas, and with, like, the hybrids. I mean, I just, you know, there just have to be What I can watch under the influence, though, for sure, is, like, the older, the early episodes of, and again, you know, like, I'm a big kid. I was, an educator for a while. I taught foreign language. I was a parent. Like, I enjoy working with children, even though there's next to no money in it. Especially now. Like, it's just something that I enjoy. I enjoy doing. And once, you know, I start feeling a little better, I'll be looking for positions probably in the education field anyway. And so I am just, that on top of the fact that I'm a stoner, you know, being a big kid, being a stoner, just stands to reason that I would be someone who more than likely enjoys cartoons. Another cartoon that I would prefer, but I don't even really watch that cartoon. I was gonna say, and you know, I'm always experimenting with new cartoons, but the shit just gets worse as time goes on. For a minute, I'm like, okay. For a little bit, there was Adventure Time and Amazing World of Gumball and like The Fairly Odd Parents. Like, it was like, okay, where are we going? You know, it was like, okay, this is a anyway. But I think those are mostly like 90s. But I think a lot of the cartoons that I'm actually thinking of are 90s. 90s cartoons. I'll tell you one cartoon that is my absolute favorite to watch while I'm high. Rick and Morty. Like, I like, I will store them on my DVR. Another one that I really enjoy under the influence is the Boondocks. For those of you who are familiar with that cartoon. But that's only really because I have a thing for, and that was actually how I started watching it in the first place. I just have like this woman crush on Regina King. I just think she's beautiful. Like, I just love looking at her. It's just something about her. For me, I just love looking at her. I tell you who I also love to death. Like, she's legitimately, like, she was my the first time I'd ever looked at a woman and was like, no. I wouldn't even say that, because I just love her all around. I really do. Regina Hall. I think she is so cute. That's a backup dancer. I mean, at least security could get you backstage. He don't love himself. Oh no, it was, she don't love herself. I'm gonna Google that, because I don't remember what I just said. And I feel like I may have mixed the two up. Did I confuse Regina Hall and Regina King? No, I was right. Yeah, I was right. Regina King. I fucking love her. I think she's beautiful. She was the reason that I watched the very first episode of the Boondocks. Because of her. Fucking love her. And then, of course, found out that it had some really, really good fucking people in it. I have the biggest love for Samuel L. Jackson. Like, he does no fucking wrong in my eye. He just doesn't. I'm not gonna question him, because he's a grown-ass man, and, who am I, right? But I do wonder how he feels when he's, and that the check from Tarantino has got to be fat. It's gotta be. Because I'd be like, bruh, you want me in another movie with them calling me the N-word? Okay. Okay. Alright. And how many zeros this time? And I'm not saying that that's really a reason, but as an actor, there are only certain people that they can place in those roles, and we know blackface is unacceptable. So, love Samuel L. Jackson. Love him. He and Bernie Mac, may he rest in peace, Dave Chappelle. Look, I could go on and on and on and on. The point of this is just that there are some cartoons that I can watch under the influence, and some that I just really can't. And it would stand to reason, right, that being under the influence would make anything good. Nope. No, it doesn't. Not at all. Like I said, watching Family Guy under the influence actually blows my high. Like, totally. Like, I would not even risk watching an older episode. For me, it's just, But again, it's like the nostalgic purposes. Like, I just feel very at ease. I feel very relaxed. I attempted to locate some, because I fucking love Tiny Toon Adventures. Love fucking Tiny Toon Adventures. And it's fucking impossible to find full episodes, like, on YouTube, right? You can find fucking full episodes of everything else, right? I'm trying to think, yeah, so Rick and Morty, the Boondocks, Hey Arnold, Doug for sure. Just because, like, the cartoon, for me, it involves his imagination, right? And that's always a good time for me. know what? Let me go. Oh, I'll tell you what. I cannot watch, and I think I said this earlier. I cannot watch Our Real Monsters, not under the influence. It's just, I don't know what the fuck it is. I really don't. I really don't. I do much better with that cartoon sober. So, like, if it's on my DVR and I'm running low on space and I'm high, I delete it because I'm not gonna watch it. I have no desire to watch it. If it's on my DVR and I'm sober and there's nothing else on, I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and watch these so I can go ahead and make space on the DVR. Then I'll make room. Let me. Where the fuck is my remote? There it is. And let me see if I have any cartoons saved. Oh, Rugrats. The early episodes of Rugrats. Absolutely, I watch under the influence. I don't have any cartoons that are saved. Oh, The Simpsons. I watch The Simpsons under the influence for sure. But I prefer. Which is crazy because The Simpsons have been on for like 70, 80 years. And so, like, anything... I'm sorry, Pumpkin. Did I wake you? I'm sorry. So, anything that's, like, older, like, any Simpsons episodes over, like, 2005, I'm not rushing to watch unless it's like a Treehouse of Horror or like a Christmas special or some shit like that. I just had another cartoon in my mind and it ran away from me just as quickly. I said The Simpsons and then something else popped into my mind and I said The Simpsons. Alright, just gonna keep going because I can't remember. But let's see. Benita. Oh, I'm just as high. Look, I'm trying to scroll up, and my goofy self is pushing the volume and wondering why nothing's happening. All right. Oh, Bob's Burgers. I can absolutely watch that under the influence. I prefer to watch that under the influence because Linda is a lot. Like, she's a lot to deal with. Baby Looney Tunes. I haven't seen that in years. Oh, shit. Home movies. Wow. And you know what's crazy is that Benjamin, what the fuck is his name? Let me go back. Because I'm too high to, Caillou with his little crazy ass. You know what? I realized that Caillou, I feel like the reason that so many people defended Caillou is because their children act just fucking like Caillou. Caillou is a crazy little... You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I believe because I have time. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about how teachers, unfortunately, like teachers were judging your fucking kids. I'm just letting you know. But Caillou, that's a little crazy ass fuck. Okay, there it is. Home movies. H. John Benjamin, who does the fucking voice of fucking everything. I love this cartoon. I think this cartoon is so... Episode 3, episode 5, 6... Why did they skip episode 4? Fuck is up with that? They all record at 4:30. I'm just gonna record all fucking so. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Sitting here going through. Look, sitting here on the DVR trying to record shit. Yeah, so, that was just, the shit that I could think of right now. As usual, I'm really just mostly rambling. I can't think of any other cartoons. Oh, you know what? But that's not really a cartoon. I was gonna say Thomas and Friends, but they don't even show the original episodes like they used to. Yes, I just really. Oh shit! You know what else I really like, which is also not a cartoon, but Storytime with Kino. I think it's called Kino Storytime. One of those. Like, as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to watch a Kino's story time. Now, I need something to go ahead and, yeah. Alright, I'm out.